Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the 25th session of Dungeons and Dreamscapes. I still don't know if it's Dungeons and Dreamscapes or just Dreamscapes, but we'll just go with it. Whichever. It has Dreamscapes in it. Deal with it.
You're the
Anyway.
DM. It's your choice.
Hmm?
No, go ahead.
Anyway. Last we left off, I'm going to give 1, maybe 2, if you do it in character, if you can give me last time's recap.
Not everyone at once now.
You know
All
how
right.
it be.
So last time on Dungeons and Dreamscapes, Viola went and found a treasure goblin. We think it's the same treasure goblin, maybe that Oscar found, but I guess we can't be
imagine there
certain.
being more than one.
You wouldn't think so, but maybe there are. Anyway, she was able to catch the treasure goblin, who very excitedly gave her a wooden ring, and we found out that it is a wooden ring of Disney princessification.
Gives me talk to the animals.
Yeah,
Stuff.
you can talk to animals now.
Yeah.
While that was going on, Paige and Sin had a little heart-to-heart about maybe some of the questionable choices that that Paige has been making for the last while. So we discussed that for a little bit. I was finally able to confess to at least somebody that what we think we're doing here may not actually be at all what we are doing here. And I also confessed that I maybe tried to talk to my queen, and I was informed that that might be a poor decision and that I should not do that in the future. But overall, Sin was very understanding, which was very helpful and helped me get the courage in the morning to tell everybody the truth. But I couldn't tell everyone the truth right away because we had to go down to breakfast first, and that was an experience. Because unlike every hotel in the world, this hotel required us to actually eat in the little cafeteria place that they have. Craziness. But we did. We ate in there, and some people had some dreams. Sin had a dream that they were one of the prior Dreamweavers. Specifically, I think... No, only I thought they were one of the Tieflings. But Sin thought that she was one of the prior Dreamweavers, and Lexi also had a dream they were one of the prior Dreamweavers, but they were looking for each other. They both had the same dream from opposite perspectives, and we also found out that Lexi's dream fulfills one of Oscar's prophecies that he got way back in the beginning of the game from the fortune teller in the eccentric emporium. So that was interesting. After that, we went back up to Viola's room, and I was able to be honest with everybody about some of my, again, admittedly questionable decisions that, frankly, I thought were kind of justified at the time, but maybe don't seem quite as justified in hindsight. Yeah. We also we talked about that, and then we said what we were going to do next, and we got a mass group text, probably from the Red Lady, saying TikTok and telling us to hurry the hell up. And Oscar's response to that was, F that, we're going to do something else. And Paige, who wanted to say something very much, kind of felt like, maybe I fucked up enough for now, so she didn't say anything. And I think that's where we left off.
Awesome.
Well,
So you get year 2, but you do get the chance to donate 1 or 2 of those to anyone,
No.
if you so choose.
Everyone had the chance to speak up.
Even after someone gave you 24?
Well, not in this game. I've got 24 in my Sunday game.
that was a
I
different game.
mean, I know that, but...
All right, awesome. So, what is your plan for today?
I think we're just getting in the car and driving to the thingy.
Paige is going to sit quietly and do what she's told today.
Okay.
So I
Good
think
girl.
because there was more. There was the lady we had to speak
Okay, well, that
to
helps too.
at I forget the place's name. I'm sorry, but like the main area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, hopefully around that area is maybe where the box is.
I think they are relatively close.
Okay, so we are going to the same area today. Geronimo.
Okay. Wait, which same area? Cause like.
Oh, maybe they're not the same area. So, we were gonna. I'm so
We're
sorry. I
going to the
forgot
Council of Champions to
that
finish
first.
the official induction or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I
And
think our
then-
initial theory was the bowl might be the heart of the city.
Yes.
The which one now?
Didn't someone tell us what the heart of the city was?
There was a club named the Heart of the City, right?
Yeah, they said that it was a hotel.
Got it.
All right, we need to get a box from the heart of the city.
Yep. God, I need to take better notes when y'all are doing stuff. Anyway, you're going to the Council of Champions first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
correct.
So it's going to be from your hotel to the Council of Champions. It'll take about a 15 to 20 minute ride on the car. Was there anything during the duration of this trip that anyone would like to do?
I'm just gonna nudge Paige to make sure she's okay.
Paige is sitting in the back seat of the car, very quietly, not saying anything, and just basically keeping her hands together and trying not to do anything wrong or break anything for once.
Vio's gonna nudge her and tell her that she can give her a thumbs up and tell her that she can relax.
She glances over. Historically speaking, no, I cannot. But I'm gonna just gonna sit here quietly.
Okay. She's gonna nudge Sin next to make sure she's okay. Who's driving, by the way?
I think I am.
It's either you or me.
Okay.
I would say, who in this group is licensed to drive?
I don't
guess-
think Lexi
I
cares if she's
assume
licensed
Sin.
to drive.
Irrelevant to me, yes.
Okay, fair enough. I was like,
Actually, I've written
If
about Sin
questions,
driving
I would go,
license.
sure.
all right, so presumably everybody can drive.
Okay.
Presumably. I'm probably in the middle seat though.
Okay.
Yes, that's
And
different.
as you're just cruising down the central roads of Ashian City, the resounding boom that's basically become like part of background noise now continues to hit the barrier overhead, and you've been here long enough now to know that this is basically like the city's way of knowing what when the hour when 1 full hour has gone. When this goes off, that's basically like 1 p.m., that kind of deal. And at first it was a little concerning because, like, you know, it was hitting the barrier, and you basically saw it up close when it was happening. But no, it's just a nice a nice indicator of time, basically. And as far as like events that happen on the road, you do encounter some minor altercations with some superheroes and super bad guys having their usual jaunt across the city. Whenever one of them manages to like fuck up the central road, traffic is immediately just redirected, so like the flow doesn't necessarily interrupt it, and that whole section is cordoned off. Barriers are put up, so there's no flying debris that'll cause more damage. And just as you're cruising down past Heroes Boulevard, you once again see this massive portal right in front of the Council of Champions, and you see that there are other travelers. It's not it's not like the uh entrance process entrance screening process that goes on when you first came in. It seems that these are people who are just traveling day to day. You see a few of them have like modern clothing. You see a few of them have or modern, at least in your in your worldview. And you see like a few of them have like medieval, like they look like they just came out of like a fucking Renaissance fair and just like walking down and taking like other areas, and taxis are just waiting for would be passengers and whatnot. Eventually, you do make it to the Council of Champions. It's not so much of an affair, like the previous time you were here. It just looks like during times when any of the Council of Champions are unneeded. It just seems like this whole area is generally like closed to the public. But you do see a few guards and sentries placed in front of the gate that you pass through, and they look at you and go, "Morning."
Morning.
Morning.
Just
Uh,
nod.
Wave.
do you have business here? If not, I would
Yes. We're here to
okay.
We special clearance from Bloomer to officially be inducted into the city system. We originally were supposed to, but the event got paused. So we're coming back now. I can call her if you want.
No need. We can confirm it on our end. If you would step to one side, please, while we
All right,
confirm.
I make the car step to one side.
Oh no. The car, like you basically like found a spot miraculously.
Okay.
You basically just walked up to here. And a few minutes pass, and they look to each other, and one of them who's holding a phone gives you all a nod and goes, "You're clear, please proceed." And the entire gate doesn't open, but like a mini door on one side opens up, and you are led through into the Council of Champions, where Bloomer and the little Furbolg kid are waiting for you. And for, let's see, to Oscar and Viola, you see that with your passive perceptions, you see Bloomer. The last time you saw her, you noticed that her outfit, her whole aesthetic was like a vibrant green. Now it's there's like some wilted leaves, yellowing leaves here and there, and she looks like she has not slept. She hasn't had like a good night's sleep in a last night.
I think her seasons change like I do.
I don't know about that.
It's like it changes with her feelings.
Hello, welcome. I do apologize for the the minor mishap, I seem to have forgotten to mention to the sentries that you would be coming by today.
Oh, is this a problem?
Oh
Do we-
no, not at all. I did want to know what your final decision was on our arrangement. I presume that you've managed to all talk to each other about this.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
we-
know
yeah,
if
we
were all
totally
doing
did.
it. I don't know if we were all doing in the same thing, but I think we went over it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what exactly was like the deficits if we become a civilians again.
What's the special civilian?
Special civilian.
Yeah, so basically, you all had the choice of either becoming like super heroes slash anti-heroes or bad
Yeah.
guys if you so chose, or be designated like a special status as citizens. Like the only caveat being, you're not afforded like your own headquarters. You probably still continue to stay at the hotel. And as far as being like a special status citizen goes, you basically have that anonymity afforded to you.
Got it. I feel like Solstice has gotten too known to be a special citizen at this point, but if that's what everyone else is doing, that's fine.
I'll trust Oscar's opinion on it.
Well, we don't all have to do it.
I was gonna stick with anti-hero. Seems like maybe people will
This
talk
is-
to another
and-
anti-hero, but not someone with some special citizenship.
Because as some of you seem pretty gung-ho on doing, you can't just use your powers out of nowhere if you're a civilian, I assume.
To a certain degree, if it's not required for your profession, we would have some measures put in for that, but since your group has special circumstances, I do believe that it'd benefit us if you retained your abilities, so to speak.
Well, I mean, we can split up a little bit. I feel like at this
What I was
point,
saying.
yeah, I feel like at this point, like my name, people have kind of heard my name, so it might be a little hard for me to go back. But whoever wants to become a special citizen, I think that would be good. So I think I'm gonna stay superhero though.
All right, wonderful. And oh Jesus, hold on, sorry. Was that sub? Zod, thank you for the 1 year resub. Jesus Christ, thank you. Who is that inspo going to? You can give that to any of the players or to me as the DM. Anyway, going back to deciding. As if you are and Bloomer says this, if you are deciding if to be a super hero or an anti-hero, there will be some expectations that you need to meet, which I trust you are comfortable doing some some conducts that we would highly suggest that you follow, and you may or may not be approached by certain interested parties for sponsorship to basically advertise their products in your best in the best way that you you basically enter into a sponsorship contract if that is okay.
Whoa, that's kind of intense.
I mean, you can just say no.
I mean, I'll figure it out. I'm not really too worried. I will be the face of the party while you guys do all the special secret stuff. I got this.
Well, no one really knows who me and Oscar are, so I think we're better off being the citizens, but everybody kind of knows who you three are at this point.
Unless Paige decides to go into hiding
That's.
I mean,
to redo her identity.
I think I'm gonna be a bad guy.
yep. People
Oh.
might clam up around so-called special citizens.
Yeah,
well, that's the idea.
Oh no, it's it's special in the sense that you are afforded certain benefits that aren't
Yeah, we're the
normally
same-
allocated
we're the
to
Yes,
citizens.
but they people might not share information that they would share with another she-sized bad guy or anti-hero.
I mean, if you're
suppose.
going for a 1-2-3 split and we're doing the background stuff, then that seems like a good plan to me.
yeah. People here already hate me anyway, so bad guy probably seems easy enough.
Okay.
She kind of looks at you with a frown. Are you gonna choose a different name then?
So does Bloomer actually. Like she kind of like looks at you and goes, "Oh, if you mean the incident at the announcements, I believe me, no one holds that against you.
It's fine.
We were certainly surprised, but given your unique circumstances, we thought that you may not be aware of certain.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the rules. It's fine. She just nods.
Well, who do you
Any-
actually want to be?
Anyway. So, officially, Viola, hero, Sin, anti-hero, Liliana, bad guy, and 2 special citizens.
Right.
All right. And this is the final distribution for your group.
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. In that case, this is certainly unexpected. And she kind of like paces a bit before she kind of like starts muttering to herself a bit. The little kid is just kind of like looking at her, kind of a little confused before her eyes drift to you, Sin. And you swear you could see just like sparkles in that little kid's eyes.
And
And
looks confused.
and Bloomer kind of stops and looks at all of you and goes, "Okay, I think well, this is a bit unconventional, but I think we should be able to we should be able to accommodate for your for this for
Oh yeah, aren't we like? Isn't it like in an official group? Normally, there's a bad guy and a hero or something.
Yes, it's kind of bad form for a hero and a bad guy to be part of the same group. And forgive my assumptions. I had assumed that you would all be entertaining being in one classification, but
So, do we want to be regarded as separate entities and have an unofficial group, or?
I'm afraid that will be a little difficult given the the processes and people involved. I do
What if Paige is rehabilitating?
and Bloomer just kind of like looks at you, Paige, and goes, redemption is possible for bad guys around here. Would you be opposed to that?
She shrugs. No, that's fine.
Wonderful. In that case,
Well, there we go.
would your ultimate goal be becoming a hero, or would you say you're more of an anti-hero?
Well,
Sin
actually,
looks
she's gonna
so
wait.
weird. Oh, sorry.
Actually, I was gonna see if Paige had an answer first. If not,
I was like, everybody was going to answer for her.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Sin looks like weirdly hopeful.
Well, first, I was gonna wait to see
yeah.
if Paige has an answer, because if not, Violet has an idea.
Paige, I think, uncomfortably fidgets for a moment, but doesn't say anything.
Sin and I are rehabilitating her, and she has yet to decide which side she's on.
The classic. I am redeemed, but I don't know which side I am more comfortable with.
Exactly.
Yes, this could work.
I are in constant competition. She gives a thumbs up to Sin. and gives a wink.
Wonderful. Yes, this narrative could work actually. We could absolutely we can absolutely showcase this whilst making sure that all of your individual interests are met. And no one questions why a bad guy is hanging around a hero and an anti-hero. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, and the Horn Judgment, do you have something to say? And she kind of like she looks like she just noticed this little kid just like looking up at Sin, like his head is like straight up just like at a 90-degree angle, and at a 45-degree angle, and just kind of like looking at Sin with like his mouth just like hung open.
You got a fan.
Sin looks very confused.
Viola's giving you 2 thumbs up.
Sin looks even more confused.
And
Say hi to your fan.
and she kind of the little kid just kind of like points at you, Sin, and wait, do you have your wings out or no?
Pretty much by default.
Okay. And okay, so this makes this easier. He points at your wings and goes, I like them.
Sin blushes a little bit. Thanks.
Very, very, very pretty. I don't see a lot of people with wings. Can you fly with them?
Sin kind of wobbles her head. For a bit.
Oh.
One time, Viola just kind of crouches down and has her arms out like she's telling a big story. One time we were in this big tunnel and I was on the edge of it and I fell off and she swooped down and saved me and landed me safely. So cool.
Whoa, that is cool. You're like a superhero. You're like Fantastic Man. I got to see Fantastic Man save someone from a burning building once.
That's pretty cool. So you'll have to tell me, who is Fantastic Man? We haven't really seen him yet.
And like
I think we
he
have.
it's like
Have we?
a switch flips in this kid, and he just like goes on about his most favoritist superhero, Fantastic Man, the face of Ashian City, the the one they talk about when kids his age talk about who they want to be like when they grow up, and a lot of them, probably almost all of them, will say, I want to be a superhero just like Fantastic Man. And he talks about all of his heroic feats, how he single-handedly saved this bank from getting robbed because he managed to talk to the robbers about instead opening an account in the bank, so that way they don't have to steal from the bank, but instead they can invest their money, and that money can grow, and that's basically like stealing from the bank itself. And another time he managed to save the an oncoming train from colliding with another because someone had messed up a schedule and lines were crossed, and they were about to collide, but no, he managed just to get one out of the way and still get everyone safely to work on time.
Wow, he is pretty fantastic. He's helping with social change.
Yeah, and when he got married, it was a big affair because his wife was and he kind of like puts his hands over his mouth like he said something bad, and he looks over to Bloomer, and Bloomer just kind of like smiles at that and goes, "Oh, child, you don't.
Is there a ring on her finger?
No. Oh, actually, with your passive, you don't see a ring on her finger.
Okay, never mind. Vel will just kind of look between the boy and Bloomer. Is this like a secret superhero thing?
Oh, no. Fantastic Man's engagement and wedding was a public affair. Practically the entire city was invited. And it was a wonderful ceremony. She's no longer with us.
Oh, I getcha.
Yes, she retired indefinitely because she had sustained some life-altering injuries and was unable to continue with her duties. But it was a shame. She was one of the best of us.
What was her superhero name?
Also, I'm getting some mixed signals. Is she alive or dead?
She's alive. Just no longer a superhero. She's a civilian now. I do apologize. I don't. Last I've heard of her, she was retired.
I
Curious
see.
though, I don't recall her tendering her application for retirement.
When did this happen?
Oh, half a year ago, maybe?
Huh. I see.
Yes, the Horn Judgment's predecessor would have been more And as she trails off at that, you kind of see like a shadow just kind of like pass over her face, and like the usual serenity um to her face just like and vibrancy just seems to vanish from her face completely. And like for the first time since you've met this woman, she looks old. Like her skin looks like gnarled bark. Her wrinkles are straight up just like deep. Um uh her eyes just don't seem to have like that same luster to them anymore, and she just goes, ah, yes, we I apologize. Um the status of the previous horned judgment's um passing was an unfortunate blotch in our fair city's history. But you're not here for that. You're here for your designations for your classifications, which will help you out with. Right then, Lexi, Alexandra and Oscar. You can follow. You can follow the Horn Judgment and I. As we get you situated with your Citizen Plus, as we can call it for now. We
I
can
have to-
workshop the name.
Don't worry.
Okay, we'll wait here.
Oh no, you, my dear Viola, Solstice, presuming that you would like to keep the name.
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. Arrangements will be made so you can make your official debut, as Solstice, effective. I want to say the soonest we can do it is tomorrow, but I don't think I can manage the paperwork, for that. So maybe give me 5 to 7 days to arrange everything, and I'll see if we can't find you a sponsor willing to take you under the wing.
We will get an
And
arrangement. 5 to 7 business days.
Hmm?
Nothing.
and in the meantime, after we have your official hero license all set up, we'll be able to have you we'll be able to assign you to a mentor, a superhero who's uh, got more experience with the ins and outs of what it means to be a superhero, all that, all those necessary structures, and you can shadow them, and they'll be able to teach you the ropes, hopefully. And as for you, I'm sorry, I don't think I quite caught your name. And she's looking at you, Sin.
Your anti-hero name.
Valkyrie?
Ah, wonderful. Just like the riders of Odin. I do believe.
Oscar's a little shocked that name hasn't been taken yet.
Player privilege.
Mhm. And you will basically be undergoing the same process as Viola, but instead of shadowing a hero, you will be shadowing an we will try and find someone who will agree to this, if not because they're contractually obligated to. They will be financially compensated quite well. I hope so. I hope we have enough in our coffers. And as for you, and she looks at you, Paige. She goes, you have nothing to worry about as far as whether or not people outside of the announcements would recognize you. So just don't worry about that that little incident. You will also be undergoing the same process as your friends, and
Wait, to be a bad guy, don't I just go outside and like break stuff?
oh no. We have to fit you with the what is it called? The bulbul. And she kind of like you see her kind of like turn a little pink at that.
Who? What now?
The what?
Bulbul?
What?
Bullble. What's a bulbul?
Oh,
What?
yes. So, to ensure that our bad guys and their henchmen and goons are encouraged to basically do what it is that that they do to make themselves present and for all intents and purposes a thorn on superheroes' backsides. They are fitted with the bulbul. This allows them to when they reach a certain threshold, or if they choose to voluntarily surrender, it will envelop them in a safe shield, which is also an indicator to the superheroes that they have essentially defeated them, so to speak.
It's a safety precaution.
Yes.
Paige.
Yes.
It's like the bubble I make.
Paige's lips curl into a smile. And what makes you think I'm the one who's going to need that?
Josh.
We have some enthusiastic members in our roster. This is just a precaution. I'm afraid it's not it's non-negotiable.
She casts a glance over at Oscar before nodding. Fine.
And that's all it does.
Yes.
Doesn't
Fine.
fuck with her head.
Say what now?
Doesn't fuck with her head. Just the way you phrase things.
Make an insight check.
Oh boy.
Can I try?
Anyone
I'm
who
actually decent with those at those.
anyone who's kind of doubting her wording or
Oh, that's a nat 20 for a 25.
okay. She kind of
Oh, same.
looks
Wow,
Nice,
20,
nice.
27,
Let's
and-
spend all our luck on this first roll.
Pretty much.
I rolled a 23.
okay.
Jesus.
Okay, so everyone basically sees this. As far as you can tell, and as this is this seems to be what she herself knows personally about these gadgets. And she doesn't seem like she's hiding anything. Like she's very sincere in that. But when you mentioned is that all they do? She kind of has like this flicker of doubt, like second guessing before she collects herself and the serene old woman look that she's projecting returns.
Everyone just all at once narrows
Then-
their eyes. Goes,
Sin's gonna like half flare her wings and step forward. You don't know, do you?
It's out.
Yeah. Subtlety.
And she kind of like looks at you before she goes, "It's not something I considered, to be quite honest with you. We have been using this since the inception of our city. I don't think that there's any reason to doubt their intended use, given that they are sourced from." And she kind of looks down at the little kid. From sources that from a power that we have it in our in sorry, I'm like failing at speaking English right now.
French.
Just take a second. It's fine.
We have it in our Jesus Christ. It comes from a source of power that we can trust.
How incredibly vague.
It's literally
Sin
called
is
a
like-
bull. Do you not understand the
Sin-
pun of the source?
Sin
As
is
if
like
he's
full
he's
protect.
like nodding his head towards the bull. Kid.
Yeah, Sin is like full protective, like overprotective mode right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sin. She kind of puts a hand on her arm. Remember, we're rehabilitating her, so she probably won't need to use it. Right?
Besides, not the first time I've worn a collar.
What?
Oh, this is by no means a collar. This is
Not
more-
everything's kinky, Paige.
Come on. Get your mind out of the gutter.
More of a metaphorical collar, but yeah.
Well, I don't know if your metaphorical collar was any less kinky.
Well, to be fair, the actual collar she wears is there's no metaphor about it. It's evil and it's around her neck still.
And to you, Viola, and actually, I actually wrote this down now, so I don't have to keep asking you. Hey, what's all your passive perception? To
yeah.
Viola and Oscar, you
Uh-huh.
do actually note that that around Paige's neck, she does indeed have a collar, but around the area where her neck meets that collar, it looks like there's like some scarring going on with that. Like it's like the collar is on too tight on her, but like she doesn't seem bothered by it.
Oscar is so incredibly shocked at this revelation that he could never have seen coming in 1,000 years.
Mhm.
Viola will just frown, but not say anything out loud for now, and just go, so once, she's rehabilitated, does she still need the bauble? When she's made her, story decision?
Oh no, once either you retire or undergo your once you retire or you complete your redemption arc, so to speak, you can return the bulbul to us.
Okay then.
All right. I think that makes sense, right? Just gonna look
Okay,
at between
shrugs.
everybody.
It makes as much sense as anything else.
Okay, so what's
Oh.
this next step? Oh, go ahead.
Yes, with that said, as far as that little that little task that we need to take care of you or we're officially done for the day. With that said, if you would be so kind as to and she kind of trails off at this again and looks around her. I would like everyone to make what would this be? I would like everyone to make a perception check for me.
See it.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to. John,
I don't
number.
see it.
What was that?
I got a 9.
Okay.
19.
I got a 13.
23.
Okay. So pretty much everyone except for Oscar sees this. Once after she mentions officially done for the day and kind of like trails off after saying this, she looks skittish, like nervous about something.
Hey,
And she seems to be measuring her words, her next words carefully.
Finn is
Uh,
still glaring daggers.
So-
Val will just nod. What else?
And you hear a low growl and then a squeak.
What?
And with those perception checks, everyone except including Oscar see the little kid turn bright red and put his face in his hands. I'm
What?
sorry, that was me.
Are you okay?
You squeak.
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
just a little and she kind and he kind of like murmurs.
Murmurs what?
He just murmurs, like you don't hear what he says.
Okay, what's happening? I'm really confused.
Oh, and you hear Bloomer laugh a bit and goes, "Oh, I do suppose it is that time of day. Why don't you I don't suppose you would all be free for to join us for lunch? There's a place in Citizens Lane that I've been wanting to visit for a bit. And,
It was a stomach growl. Okay, I was very confused.
Okay.
Well, I
Sorry.
was gonna go steal some stuff.
No stealing. Ah.
Fine.
Good. Good girl. Just gonna pat your head. She just smiles.
Finn's gonna lean over and whisper, "Take me with you."
No. I'm gonna get her on my side before the end of this. She gives a very conspicuous wink that she probably shouldn't be giving.
good.
What? I'm allowed to be a bad influence now.
I know, but you're not gonna win, Valkyrie. Our rivalry will be determined by Paige. And she's gonna give a secret thumbs up.
Wonderful. Oh, but you don't have to worry about addressing each other with your other names. As far as people are concerned, you are a normal citizen, a normal civilian. When you don't have the mask on.
Oh, fair enough. You mentioned lunch. I think I kind of look at the group. Do we got places to be?
Not yet. Well, you guys can go. I'm going to lunch.
Then just like taps her phone.
I'd like everyone to roll an insight check.
Okay.
As she says, I insist.
Cool.
It's always lunch always tastes good with company.
21.
10.
9. Paying for that nat 20.
Oof. Oof. Sorry,
Yay, wisdom-based
Paige, you're,
things.
10 or 18 on that one.
10.
10. Okay.
She has it on auto advantage right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of confusing
Also-
because of how it works.
Tell me.
Sorry, I was doing something.
Good.
Roll insight.
Yeah, also
Oh
10.
boy!
Yeah, let's go. 10
shit.
squad.
Oh boy.
Hold on, sorry. I just looked over. I should really get that fucking monitor. Like,
Oscar, what did you roll?
I said 13.
Viola,
13.
you get one inspo from Zod.
Oh, thank you, Zod.
Said,
Very nice.
he said, random it. I rolled a d6.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Thank you, D6 and Zod.
There's you dice.
Okay, so for everyone except for Sin, because Oscar, you said 13, right?
Yep.
Okay. For everyone except for Sin, you notice that you could notice that her voice, while it's like very low, very hushed, and you've kind of like gotten used to like the fact that she seems to be speaking in like a quiet a quiet measured and paced form of speaking. Right now, as she's asking you to kind of reconsider joining her and the little kid for lunch, she seems to be non-verbally asking, please do come with me.
Well, I guess we might as well have lunch.
I am pretty hungry.
Like, this is the
I'm
look of a
pretty
desperate
hungry, I'm
woman.
Oscar.
Sin, if you start to be unsure, Viola gives you what can only be described as a Stepford smile.
Does that mean?
Paige elbows you in the side as you try to protest.
You're with us now! Aren't you
Finn does
excited?
not look happy about this.
Wonderful. I'm afraid my usual mode of transportation would
We have a car.
Oh, would
We can drive.
Can we fit everyone in the car?
You can fly?
and the little kid just like,
In
now there's like
fact.
flowers? You could, where are all these flowers and sparkles coming from?
From the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think someone would be really happy for a flying ride.
Oh,
Finn just looks Betrayed.
I'll just. Grins.
It's okay. I've just
No,
never.
she'd love to give you a ride, wouldn't you, Sin?
Would it? It wouldn't be too much trouble, would it? And
You
he
say
kind
no
of
to
like
this
looks up at you, Sin, with like
Puppy dog eyes.
puppy dog eyes. Yes.
Fine.
All right, now everyone can
no.
fit in the car.
I'll fly the kid.
I'm so good at solving problems. Let's go. That she says more to herself rather than out loud.
Mal, do I have to
Yourself.
burn my once a like long rest thing for this?
No. Like for for all
Keep it
intents and
small.
purposes, like RP flying like this, nah, it's fine.
we
Okay.
call that
Small.
cinematic flying.
Yeah.
You're in
Cinematic.
superhero town. You can do cinematic abilities. It's probably honestly just the mechanics of this world.
I just imagine Sin just standing on top of the car's roof with her wings spread, going, "Look, we're flying." Are you happy?"
Ooh.
Honestly, if this wasn't gonna work, Vio's next suggestion was to get in the hamster ball and tie a rope to it. So
You tie a rope to a
No,
ball
let's
that's
be
supposed to
honest, the next
roll, and you're just
suggestion is-
dragging it.
Fucking Page Dimension doors me again and makes me fly.
All right.
It was effective.
All right. So as you all leave the Council of Champions, Bloomer takes out her phone and just kind of like puts something in the search bar and shows it to you. Actually shows it to whoever is driving
probably Oscar.
and to Sin.
Hey, I was gonna say, I feel like I should see this if I'm fucking flying there.
Just follow the car. It's fine. But yes. Probably.
And you see a search result for the heart of the city. It looks to be like a little restaurant situated in the center of not center but like at an address within Citizens Lane.
Oscar will
Sin
say,
just looks at
"Huh.
Page like, oh god damn it.
Part of the city. I've heard of that place.
Oh, have you?
Okay.
As have I. I've just never gotten the chance to go on during my free time.
Well, I'm sure it'll be
Oscar has
delicious.
already made a plan.
All right. Well, that worked out. Let's go. She
Alright.
jumps in the middle seat.
I will.
She already knows.
You don't have to go in the middle seat. There's a shotgun and 2 back seats.
She knows.
But But don't we have 5 people in the
Oh
car?
right, I'm silly. For some reason I wasn't counting someone.
Yeah, we got 5 because
Uh,
there's 7 total.
Yeah.
Hey Mal, roughly where on the map would you say this is?
Roughly it'd be like in this like building here.
It's on the shaft.
Cool. I'm gonna take off and not follow the road. I'm just gonna cough cough as the crow flies.
Mm-hmm. Do you take the kid with you?
Well, yeah, that was the whole point.
Okay.
No, I just fly off without him.
Psych, bitch! You're walking.
And so you take this kid in your arms, or do you put him in your on your back?
I suppose Sin doesn't really have a preference, so whatever's more comfortable.
He has immediately started climbing your back. Very gentle, with very careful not to pull your feathers out of place.
She does appreciate that.
Or stab you with his head horns.
They
Yeah,
are a
that
pain in
too.
the ass
Like
to
they
get
are
back into place.
like they are enormous. Roll me a history check, actually.
Oh, I'm not good. 8.
Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of unusual, because you are kind of familiar with what furbolgs are, and you don't remember them having horns, naturally, but, with, this kid, like, he has, like, some impressive, like, um, bull, horns that just kind of, like, um, uh, jut from either side of his head like a full um
Oh, so we're
two
talking like longhorn horns.
yes
Oh,
they jut out like maybe 2 head sizes on either side of this kid, and then just kind of like go into like this uh curve and ending on like points on either side. And the weirdest thing about it is like it looks like it doesn't look like it's made out of like keratin or something like that. It looks like someone had taken like some kind of glass or crystal and just kind of like carved um uh a pair of bull horns like this.
neat.
And yeah, and somehow he didn't pull at your feathers, he didn't accidentally stab you with his horns, and soon enough you feel like you feel a pair of like very tiny hands just like holding on to the straps of your outfit.
Neat. I'm gonna try to beat the car there.
You probably will. Jovi, I forget. Did the red lady ask for a specific box, or did she just say box?
She just said box.
Okay.
All right, does our takeout count?
I was
that's-
to say the same
no.
thing.
No, that's what Oscar's doing. He's going to order extra, and he is going to give her a box of food, and that's it.
Okay.
He's gonna go over there first, try see if that works, and
I guess see if we see any other weird boxes. I don't know.
So wait, you're gonna go to the red lady.
after we're done with this,
The takeout box.
basically, yeah, I'm gonna go to the red lady with a takeout box of food, give it to her, and be like, "Here, it's a box from the heart of the city."
Okay.
We're gonna die.
Well, no, Oscar's just gonna do it because he's just like, "Fuck it, it'll be fine." It's
Before we
probably
get the real box.
yeah. We'll see if there's a real box, and if there isn't or is, then I'll go bring the box with takeout. Be like, "This counts."
All right. And as for everyone else who went to the car, you swear that there was enough seats for all of you. But there seems to be one extra row in the back.
Did our horse get fatter?
Dream rules. Oh well, just don't tell her.
I guess.
And
Well, I can-
Bloomer
someone else
actually
can
goes to the middle, the back, and takes a seat in the middle of the back
Oh.
row.
Well, I guess I can take a side now. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
Puns. Silly.
All right, we get in and make our way to the heart of the city.
Since Grandma's in the back street, I'll drive carefully.
All right. Well, guess we're driving.
Okay, so from the Council of Champions to the heart of the city, this would take approximately around 30 to 35 minutes like worth of driving.
Sin's gonna be pacing on the roof like, where the fuck are they?
No, Sin's gonna like already be inside with a table.
We're waiting for them. Can't we go back outside? No.
We're actually gonna get to that because Sin, as someone who is first to arrive at the heart of the city, you notice that it's not like a restaurant front. Like it looks like it's a detached spot situated next to another building, which it looks on the sign it says Cat's Eye. Yeah, Cat's Eye Hotel. And on next to it is the it looks like a seating area for outdoor diners. You see a few patrons inside, and like in the on the pillars that kind of where the Cat's Eye Hotel and the restaurant meet, you see like an arch and on the inside of this is the it looks like the signage has like an eye and a heart, the eye being inside the heart.
Sorry, run that by me one more time.
So
Last bit.
So the actual restaurant itself doesn't have like its own like front door. What it has is the main entrance seems to be inside this this hotel called the Cat's Eye Hotel.
It's like a hotel restaurant.
Yes.
I meant specifically the part about the cat's eye in the heart.
Oh no, sorry, that's on me. So the sign, the sign for the heart of the city, has like a cupid heart on it, and the letter I inside the heart. And on the Cat's Eye Hotel, it looks like a neon cat's eye that just kind of like cycles through like dilating and like expanding from like one huge orb to like the cat's eye slit. And by the time you get here, you basically have like 15 to 20 minutes to spare while you wait for everyone else. The entire time during the flight over, this kid sounded like he was having the best time of his fucking life. Like you could hear you can still hear him like whooping and hollering. And when you landed, he touched down a la superhero style, like a la Iron Man, and
Superhero landing.
Yep, that is exactly what he
Be
did.
hard on the knees.
And he promptly turns around and you see the sparkles again, and he goes, you are the coolest person ever.
I don't know about that.
Yes, I mean, cool people fly. I mean, Fantastic Man can fly. And you can fly, and everyone else can fly, but I well, not everyone else, but I and I would like you to make a perception check for me. Oh,
Oh no.
yes.
Is
Perception
she
check.
perceiving how people are looking at her, seeing as how she just got there with
You know
five
what?
with the
I'm
savior of the
gonna
city in his
inspo
arms?
that.
No.
Oh, well, I guess it's
Okay.
still a 12.
Um, with that perception check, you kind of start to notice the At first, like you think that uh uh this kid basically showering and singing your praises for everyone to see was like the bigger spectacle, but no, the bigger spectacle seems to be this kid himself. So what happens is as he's talking, you see his horns start sparkling. At first you think that it's you know, like the light is hitting it and refracting shit. No, you see light starting to like form inside the horns and making it glow bright. And it gets to the point where it's like starting to look like someone had turned on like one of those like heavy duty flashlights in the the horns, and it's starting to like to look like another source of light that's that seems to be overpowering the natural sunlight that shines above from all of you.
Sin looks very concerned and confused.
He's going thermonuclear. Quick, put him in orbit.
It seems that his abilities, whatever whatever this is, seems to be connected with his emotional state.
Oh, like me.
Or at least that's what it looks like to you, because like the more excited he's becoming, the brighter it's getting.
Okay. You know what? Sin's just gonna take the glowing child with her and see if she can get a table outside
Okay.
for however many of us there are.
All right.
Watch it. Hey, can I get a table for 7 with the glowing child city protector in her hands?
Okay,
Hey.
and yeah, even in like as you're getting a table, the hosts can't seem to. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that?
Everything okay?
Yeah, shit was haunted.
That do happen.
It seems like the host can't seem to keep his eyes off of this glowing child, and he doesn't seem to have registered the fact that you wanted to reserve a table.
Uh-oh. You got powers.
Sin's just gonna like clear her throat progressively more loudly until she gets this guy's attention.
Okay, so this human just kind of like snaps out of it and goes oh sorry, does he usually do that?
I have no idea. We didn't all fit in the car and he wanted to fly here. I need a table for 7 if you have it outside, preferably.
Give me a perception check and followed by a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Well, that's a 20 on the perception. guy thinks I stole this kid, doesn't he?
You don't know?
You know, I'm gonna burn another inspo.
He's
to
pushing the
cancel out
silent
this
alarm
advantage.
onto the button under the desk right now.
Oh shit, not perception. Persuasion. That's.
Mhm.
Oh shit, an 18.
With a
Hell
with
yeah.
disadvantage.
I
Yeah,
spent an
just-
inspo to cancel
yeah.
disadvantage.
Okay, so 18. Okay. So yeah, your observation was on point. He doesn't seem to
Sorry. Cat clawed the shit out of my thumb.
oh
Ow.
Mina.
Yeah, claw went under my thumbnail.
Ooh, that hurts a lot.
Sympathy pains. And he kind of like looks at you and then to the kid, or as much of the as much
as he
of
can
the
still
ki-
see.
Yeah. And goes, we'll see what we can do. Are all of your parties, is everyone in your party, a dreamer or a denizen?
Oh shit, are we getting
What-
segregation? Woo!
Was that a
What's the
what?
correct answer to that, Mel?
Both.
I don't know.
Call it mixed.
I see.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, we aren't able to entertain mixed parties at the moment.
Look, in I don't know, 15 minutes you can take it up with Bloomer from the council.
Oh, Madam Bloomer is. Oh, why didn't you say so? Why didn't you leave with that?
Because I
Clarice?
didn't think it would be necessary.
in her.
Clarice, David, and he kind of like goes into the back like this dude fucking books it, and he comes back with a half orc, more than like he looks like he basically brought in like a full fucking roster of like very impressive looking people. Like you see like a tiefling in there, you see a half orc, you see an elephant, and you also see a giant hamster, like
What?
about as tall as you, just like blinking at you.
Internally is like, I cannot wait for Viola to see this.
And this guy just goes and makes sure kind of counter to his prior attitude towards you. He's more he's wringing his hands. He's bowing a lot more towards you and goes, yes, please. So this is going to be 7 for Madame Bloomer's entourage, and he kind of like gestures kind of like towards the child and goes, well, on the behalf of the heart of the city, we bid you welcome to our fair establishment. We will get private seating for all of you, so you can no, you are guaranteed no disturbances whatsoever. And he just kind of turns towards these towards the group that he came back with and goes, "Well, what are you doing here, standing around here for? Go get ready, go get prepared. We have very important guests."
Sin looks like she has fucking whiplash.
And everyone looks like super confused before they go like and go back to work. And this guy just has like the biggest customer service smile if you ever saw one, and he goes, well, while you're waiting, could I interest you in sampling any of our refreshments? Hopefully you will give us a very good glowing review.
Andrew's like, quick, the boss is coming. Everyone's like, all right, whatever, man.
I'll take a mead if you have it.
Oh yes, we have the finest mead around here. In fact, we're known for our mead. We call it our dragon's mead. It doesn't actually come from dragons, but it's mead that's sweet enough that a dragon takes one sip of it and they will want to just loot every last drop of it. Yes, and for the your companion. It is
Glass of milk.
Maybe some chalky.
I don't
milk.
know, kid. What do you like to drink?
and this kid who has been going on for like the entire time that you've been talking to this guy, when you address him, he kind of like lets out like a tiny squeak before he kind of goes just some apple juice. And as he kind of like starts talking back to this, starting to kind of like look down, keep his eyes on the floor, the glow that has been coming from his horns starts to dissipate before it completely disappears. Oh, wonderful. Neat trick, kid, but maybe save that for school. Well, with that said, we will we'll bring you the finest apple juice. Seeing as you're part of Madame Bloomer's party, and we will pick the freshest apples and the biggest apples, and squeeze them, so that they're guaranteed to be fresh. Yes. And he kind of like leads you two over to a section in the back where it looks like there's like private booths, so to speak. And he leads you to one that looks more like Sin. It looks to you like a conference table would look like, with like one wall is just like a floor to ceiling window. The wall that's facing towards the restaurant is like it's also a floor to ceiling glass wall, and there's like a door shape on one side and a door shape on another side, and you can see within this grand long table with elegant chairs. There's on one side of the wall, there's like you see one of the half orc that was brought over start bringing out all kinds of cookingware, pots, pans. It looks like there's already something simmering in one of the on one of the stoves. You see the hamster. You see the giant hamster, kind of like make its way over to like a little raised corner on the other side of the wall, and just kind of like start to tinker with some form of musical instruments, and just kind of like start tuning with it. There's a couple of half elves on each door shape, kind of just standing guard, and on the other side, you also have like another set of stoves where the Jesus Christ, hold on. Where this tiefling seems to be doing the same thing the half orc is doing on the other side of the room. And you are led over to this room, and the human host just goes, well, this is I do hope that this is more than enough for the party. You can I give you my guarantee that it is soundproof. In case you need to have like a very private conversation. And as for your and you don't have to worry about your meals being disturbed. Franz and Hugo here will make sure that no one interrupts your
Please tell me
meal.
one of them is the hamster.
No, the hamster is the one that's is the one that looks like it's preparing
Oh, I'm sorry.
something on like a little stage in one of the corners of the room. Like it's kind of impressive that it can kind of handle like a teeny tiny violin and just kind of like start tuning it.
Adorable.
But as he says, Franz and Hugo, the elves, the half elves, just kind of nod, and then just kind of like stand straighter at attention. And the human host goes, well, if there's anything else that you need, or if you have any other questions or concerns, my name is Philip, and I welcome you to the heart of the city.
I think I'm good for now, thanks. I'm just gonna wait for the rest of them.
Good. Yes. All right. And he just kind of like scoots off, not before looking at Franz and Hugo and just doing like the I got my eye on you hand sign, and they both kind of like roll their eyes and just give like the smallest of shrugs before they return back to positions. Oh, what do you do?
I relax, sip my mead, and wait.
Hold on, let me check something.
Uh-oh, that's never good.
No, it's fine. you're fine. The general
Mhm.
ambiance seems to be like nice and cozy. Um, the chairs while elegant also are very comfortable. And as you take a seat, the little kid just kind of like takes the seat from across of you, and he's just kind of like trying not to make it obvious that he's looking, but with your passive perception, you can tell like, yeah, he's eyeing you like he's meeting one of his idols right now.
She'll just like casually drape her wings across the chairs on her side of the table.
And you hear him murmur, just go, "Oh, so cool." Anyway, for 15, 20 minutes, you stay like this, and the rest of you arrive at the at this place, and as you were actually driving along, Viola, you notice that that as you approach the destination and turn to look over at Bloomer, you don't see her dress made out of leaves. No, instead you see like a simple like business suit. Well, not business suit, but like a nice simple white dress. Kind of with a nice gold cord tied around like the waist area, and gone are the plants that seem to be just kind of like blooming around her, but she does retain like this this flowery headdress around, yeah, like a crown of flowers around her head.
So is this what she had on already, or are you saying that she changed?
She looks like she changed like as you were driving down to this area.
Okay. Well, she's just gonna kind of notice. Should we be dressing up?
Hmm?
I saw you dressed up. I haven't figured out how to change my clothes yet.
Oh,
I can change my hair, but that's about it.
Oh, no. Don't worry about this. I would like this to be private. Hold on.
Okay. Private is fine. Otherwise she's not gonna really push too much and just wait for us to arrive.
Sorry about that. I had a phone call. What was I saying?
We were just arriving.
Yes.
You're
Okay,
arriving,
thank you.
and she had changed. She wants a private conversation, and I was just saying that Viola would just be like, "Oh, okay. You look pretty."
Oh, well, thank you. It's been a while since I've been in my my civvy outfit. One of the cons of being on the Council of Champions is you need to be prepared 24/7.
Oh, I can see that.
But I think I'm due a little bit of rest and relaxation. Goodness knows I hear so many good things about the Goddess Sanctuary. that is one of my next destinations. I hope. Yes,
goddess
this is kind of
sanctuary?
exciting.
Yeah, the goddess sanctuary.
Yes. Have you been?
Is that where we had our time at the baths?
That is where you had the
Okay.
baths, and that's also where you
Ah,
happened to meet the red lady.
The red lady. Well, she's gonna go. Oh, yeah. Once it was well, the baths were really nice.
Oh, oh,
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna we got free passes to go, so I'm not sure if we're gonna go back, but
oh goodness!
but yeah,
I didn't realize that that they were giving out free passes.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm not sure either. It was kind of, I think, a special event thing. Yeah, but the baths were nice, for sure. I didn't get
Oh.
to explore the rest of it, so I don't know what their meditation chambers were like. But
Oh,
yeah, it's
well, I've never been. It's quite difficult to get a reservation, especially with a very involved schedule.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. She just kind of grits her teeth and is like, I don't know if I want to say anything else.
Well, not that I don't like practically raising a young charge Norfear.
Nordfear, is that Horn Justice? Norfear?
He is I've basically I basically consider him my grandchild sorts. Since the incident that took his father from us, we have taken it to ourselves to basically raise the next Horn Judgment, and hopefully teach him as best as we could, and be the parental figures that that he sorely needs.
Huh.
It
Is he
is.
kinda-
It's quite. It's actually quite nice to see him be so excited about something again.
See, yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, losing a parent. That probably makes things pretty hard for him.
Yes. I. Well. I apologize. It is a difficult subject to talk about.
I get that. I mean, was he always gonna be expected to be a superhero, or did he want that?
Oh no. I'm afraid that that as far as inheriting his father's legacy, so to speak, I'm afraid he didn't have a choice in the matter. Normally, when a keeper, I believe, or normally when the horned judgment retires, they voluntarily choose a successor. And pass down their abilities to them. And one of the easier ways to tell if there's a new Horn Judgment taking up the mantle is seeing the signature diamond horns to their successor. But I'm afraid his father didn't get the chance. I doubt.
So the kid just doesn't get a choice?
Normally he would, but the circumstances surrounding his father's
Normally he would, but because something bad happened to him, he doesn't get to choose. That what you're
Yes.
telling me? Don't you think that seems a little unfair?
Well, hold on.
Oh, I
think
agree. It is
Oh,
quite
but you don't
unfair.
want to do anything about it.
We don't know what to do about it.
Well, maybe that should be your problem, not the kids.
Well, hold on. Wait. What exactly is like the big deal with the Horn Judgment? You're talking as if like there has to be one.
You're saying because you don't know what to do, the kid has to deal with it? You don't see a problem with that.
I do. I very, very much do. And it is a difficult discussion that I wish to share with you all, but not out here. And
Okay.
I'm afraid that, and she kind of like looks around.
Rent a car.
I'm afraid that you being special in this regard, I believe you have the best chance of helping. But again, I had to know who to trust. But yes, I am. Believe me, if it were up to me, Norfear wouldn't even be involved in the first place. But
Yeah, I'm sure. It really looks like you're trying your best. She looks
So-
like she really wants to just punch her.
So, okay, you said there's an important conversation related to Norfear that we need to have all together in this. That's why we're going to this place, right?
yes,
Okay. Well, then let's
had-
wait till we're all together and then we're going to talk about it, right?
and she kind of leans closer to you, Viola, since like out of everyone else in the car, you're the closer one to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like you to move down to loud alley noises with me really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a second.
All right, I am going to be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so for everyone in the stream and you, Viola, Paige can't hear this, right?
No, she just took her headset off, and I think she turned me off on her soundboard, and
Okay.
I turned myself on in the Discord,
Okay.
so we should be good to go. Right?
So, as she leans in, she whispers to you, "We had to get out of the Council of Champions. There is something happening in our city. Something I'm afraid is quite out of our capacity to mitigate. I need your help.
Okay. Well, let's get inside. You said it's safe in there?
I hope it is.
Okay.
Anywhere is safe. Anywhere that's not in the Council of Champions is safe. But I'm afraid that won't be the case much longer. All right,
Well,
and
you have to-
we
okay,
can
I'm gonna go
we
back.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
My okay. All right. Well, Viola will kind of give a nod to her and go to the restaurant.
All right. So as you approach the entrance to this place, you see this this fidgety looking human behind like one of those pedestals, and he looks up and goes hello, welcome to the heart of the city. Are you dreamers or are you denizens?
I'm gonna glance at Bloomer. What we're supposed to say.
And Bloomer steps up and just kind of has like a hushed conversation with this guy. And for a second, like, he looks annoyed, almost like haughty, like, why is this happening? And you see the expression on his face like turn, and like it's like someone fucking switched him with someone who looks like him, because like now he's all like smiles and like super accommodating. He goes like, oh yes, you are our we were expecting you, this way please, if you would all follow me, and he leads you to the back of the restaurant, where
on the way there,
Mhm.
Oscar's gonna look out for anything that could be alternatively construed as a box.
Okay, roll either investigation or perception check for me, whichever's higher.
I'm gonna use my other inspiration. Excuse me. That's better. That is 16.
16. With a 16, there are boxes. Yeah, there's like takeout boxes, there's like supply boxes, there's like a few crates stacked on one side, there's like display boxes, there's like rows of what looks to be like some kind of not diorama. Is that the right word?
Maybe.
Yeah, like a series of dioramas as you're passing through, with depicting like Ashayan City as like a mini Ashayan City type of deal, with like all kinds of tiny buildings. There's like tiny flying individuals that looks like they're zooming and shit.
In the diorama, is there a mini heart of the city which has a mini heart of the city in it?
Interestingly enough, in
mini heart of the city.
in said dioramas, we're roughly around the area where the Cat's Eye Hotel and the heart of the city is located. That looks like it's pulse. Yeah, like glowing, not pulsating, but like um kind of like glowing in such a way that it's like resembling like a beating heart. And this guy continues to lead you through until until you all see this this one room, the only one that's that looks occupied. You see two half elves guarding the door on either side of this massive floor to ceiling glass wall. You see on the other side there's there also seems to be like a wall, but this looks more like a window than a wall. Frosted over. And you see in one corner a giant hamster playing the cello, and on one side there's a half orc just just making like this gigantic spread of you see salads. You see like a big pot that has smoke coming out of it, and on the other side you see a tiefling who seems to be sorry, I said stoves earlier, but it's like it looks like the tiefling is preparing like a buffet table type of deal, laying out like pastries and desserts, and they look to be like categorized. One half of the table is sweet, one half of the table is savory, and they seem to be like going in and out of well, both of the half orc has like a door behind them, and the tiefling does as well, and they both seem to be coming in and out coming back with like supplies, that kind of deal. And yeah, and this the human who led you here just kind of like bows and goes, well, we were told that the rest of you will be coming, so if you need anything, my name is Philip, this is Franz, and this is Hugo. They'll be taking care, so your meal is not disturbed and has no interruptions whatsoever. Yes, and he kind of like glances over to these two half elves who just kind of like make like a noise, like a grunt or something, and they go and they just and one of them opens the door, and you can hear like a soft like twang of a cello just kind of like playing in the back, and the smells just like start wafting over.
Ooh.
Finally made it.
We
Not
did.
gonna lie, that kind of guy kind of gave me some off vibes. I want to suddenly look for anything that looks like it could be a listening device.
Okay, yeah. Make an insight. No, not insight. Jesus Christ. An investigation or perception check, whichever one's higher.
Oscar will assist, so you can.
I will. Oh, you're assisting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tight.
Then just gonna. In case you just all wanted a casual table, he wasn't gonna give us a table until I said Bloomer was gonna be here.
Well, it sounds like this is a pretty upscale place. Should we sit down?
Oh no, it was
This-
entirely
I
that
actually-
we're not all denizens.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I still
good.
don't know what the right answer with that one was. But either way.
It was mixed and also great. I'm back in 1960. This is fucking fantastic.
Bloomer just kind of like Bloomer and the little kid, which you now know is named Norfear, except for Sin. Still just know him as the little kid slash the Horn Judgment. You
we
kind
got
of
his
like
name.
they both kind of like give you like a look and go, I'm sorry.
Outside the dream world, 1960s civil rights movement. I was there. It was terrible.
Oh wow, you are old.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Oh.
old as shit. Damn.
I assume Denizen and Dreamers have segregated seating.
And Bloomer kind of like looks at you when you say that and goes, they shouldn't.
Then why did he ask?
I'm sorry, I thought that, he was asking because, they wanted to, personalize their accommodations, but, oh
Yeah,
goodness.
no, I said mixed, and apparently they don't take tables for mixed groups.
Oh, well, hmm, um, okay, noted, well, I will, look into this, when I get back.
Oh, it's not the 60s, it's the 70s. It happened, but people still aren't holy with it. Great.
Okay, so are we good here? We can sit down. We're good to talk.
Yes.
And,
Very.
Bloomer kind of like looks over to the door, which is now closed. You can still both see the half elf guards on either side of the door, and now they are now in front of the doors.
Also, I rolled an investigation for the same thing as Jesse, and I got a 22.
You got a 22. Okay. So 11. Lexi, you know what to look for, given that your prior experiences with having to handle similar. Oh Jesus, shut up. You kind of
Nothing.
you kind of remember from your time being a bodyguard, so to speak, what to look for. You check the plants, they're clean. You check the fixtures, they look clean. There's no like tiny microphones or cameras or whatnot. The workers also seem to be not workers, Jesus Christ. The employees also seem to be like they're doing their job because like it's their job, and not because like they're like they have like some kind of like ulterior motive. And why is that? How is that hamster playing that cello and the violin so well? What the hell? And there's like a little piano on the stage. Oh, that's gonna be a thing. And between you and Oscar, place looks clean. The half elves outside of the room don't seem to mind or don't seem to hear the music that's softly just playing throughout the room as well. And as you all start to seat yourselves, the tiefling comes over with a copy of the menu for each of you. And for everyone, sorry, we're actually gonna wrap up there.